Yeah, just wanted to make sure that I capture your reaction.
Ah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So it's professional now, like everything
So
has to be like,
professional. We need to document these things. Like that's
yeah.
just how it is. Yeah, let
Yes,
me put on some
definitely.
chef's jacket. Have you been shooting all day?
Not today. Last week was like it was crazy. Was that last week or the week 2 weeks before? I was like on the 16th I had two sessions. They came from Vegas. So one of them was an old client and then the other one was a new one. She came in and she was like, I don't know if I want to go through with it. She already paid me. It's like, oh no, you gotta go through with it. And then
Yeah, come on.
yeah. Then when they saw their photos, I was like,
They're like,
wow. Yeah,
oh,
they
this
really
is why we go through
loved
with
it.
it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Because I don't want to waste her money, right? Because it's
Yeah.
non-refundable, right?
No, for
So
sure.
yeah. And then on the 17th, I did another shoot, 18th, and then 19th. So
Nice.
yep.
Get it.
So now we are going to um reveal to you your photo.
Woo.
I know this was like a last minute thingy that we kind of arranged together, but it works out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen with you. Okay.
Okay.
Let me know if you see it. Um,
Mhm.
hold on one second. Okay, so everything's good here on my end. All right, do you see your screen? I mean, do you see your screen? Do you see my screen?
I do. How cute is that?
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute myself, let you enjoy your photos. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right. Beautiful.
Ooh, booty. Oh. Yes. Oh my gosh. That's great. That's great. Okay. Okay. Love it. Oh my gosh. Oh, snap. Oh, wow. Oh, that's great. Ooh, okay. Ah, love that. Ooh, okay, okay. Yeah, those are good. Oh, love that. Love that. Oh, that's amazing. Amazing. Ooh, black and white. That's incredible. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that's my tattoo. Ooh. What? That's so cute. Ooh. Amazing highlight. Oh, snap. Wow. Amazing. Oh my god. Oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you.
That's crazy. That was so weird. I'm like looking at all these and I'm like, oh my gosh, those are amazing. And then I'm like, wait a second, that's you. It's such a weird, like, I don't know. I'm so used to like taking a selfie or something and being like, ew, delete. And then
Yeah.
I don't know, that was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gosh.
Yeah.
You
Those
like
pictures were
really
beautiful.
captured a mood and like a story, and the lights. I don't even know, like, but I don't think I've ever seen myself in light like that, and that is beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
It was just wonderful to, play around the lighting and how everything's shifted from like all black and white, right? And then
Mhm.
during, the bedroom, right? So with a different aesthetic.
Yeah,
So, you know, I don't
totally.
even know what to call the first set of images, like fashion
Yeah,
boudoir, it's like
right?
I don't know. It's like I'm borderline doing fashion, but like boudoir stuff too. So
Totally.
it's like, yeah, so I don't have a label for it. So be it.
Yeah, I mean, because you think boudoir is like, you're in lingerie or topless or something, but that it was like, I just had that jacket on and nothing else underneath with the jewelry. So it was like, I don't know, it was just very dressed up as opposed to like normal boudoir where you're wearing less. Like I was wearing a lot, but it was still conveying that moody boudoir like sense to it, I guess. I
Yes.
don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so after looking at your pictures, I know you have few favorites of your own, right? So
Mhm.
whatever I put on the album, definitely those were my favorites. Um Looking back, so do you think so well, first and foremost, tell me about your experience. Tell me about how you felt shooting with us, right?
Yeah.
Because it was like in the afternoon you texted me, hey, are you available, right? And then yeah, so I come in at what was that, 6 o'clock, right? Or seven?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the time. But yeah, I mean, um tell me potentially, I wanted to come straight from you. How was your experience? How is it working at the studio? Because that's the first time that you ever came to the studio, right?
Yeah.
We've always shot outdoors. We've always shot somewhere else, but this is the first time we ever had a studio, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. And I mean, like I've shot at a lot of studios in my day. But let me tell you, like right when you open the door, it's like you're home. I don't know. It just automatically it's a sense of comfort and also like what you're shooting and like you can do one boudoir shoot, you can do 1,000, but you always just have this like anxious anticipation about it. Because it's already like a very different experience, because you're not wearing what you're wearing during a boudoir shoot every day. And like, so it's just like the mindset behind it is definitely a lot of anticipation. But then walking into the studio, you're like, oh, no, this is like totally clean for one thing and really homey. And then there's like so much different space to where you like can feel like you're not really on top of things, and I think that's really important when you're shooting as someone in front of camera, because you want to make sure that you're not like you don't have the mindset that you're like taking over their space. Like it just felt very collaborative and community oriented, even when it was just you and it was just like this is like this little community. And then like your communication and your ideas and what you want to convey through the image is so well said. It always has bothered me when you're doing a shoot or something and the photographer says be sexy and you're like okay, like, and and it always is kind of offensive. And I've talked to a lot of models and people that have been in front of camera about that, because you're just like, oh well, like I'm here to feel confident, I'm here to feel sex, I'm not being sexy to you. Or so what's amazing with how you communicate is that you don't use those buzzwords. You're like, okay, well just kind of feel this, like do this with your body, and then automatically my mindset goes into like, oh, this just like feels natural and normal. And that's how feeling sexy should be. It shouldn't be something you have to make yourself think about. And through your direction, you make that really, really easy. And yeah, I mean, the shoot itself was so much fun. You got the great tunes, you got Fiji water. And now seeing these pictures, because step one is do the shoot. And then you're like, oh gosh, did I look like a total nutcase? Like, I'm going to get the pictures back and I'm going to hate them. So, like, now that I've seen them, I have this adrenaline rush and I'm like, holy moly, those were incredible. So, yeah, all around, I'd say like a 12 out of 10 experience.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So, Looking back, just preparing everything. I know you mentioned that you were running around and trying to find a hat, the perfect hat. Um, was it worth every effort that you took?
Oh my gosh, yeah. You know, we collaborated on like a mood board, so I knew the vibe that you wanted to capture, and you knew that I would do well with that vibe, so even though I didn't currently own it, I was like, dang, I will literally stop at nothing until I find this hat, until I find this blazer, this necklace, and whatever, because I know it's going to be worth it. So I ended up going to, I think it was like three different stores that day, because like I said, I texted you in the afternoon, and I was like, I will stop at nothing until I find something. And yeah, it was seriously so worth it. And it's fun because it's like playing dress up. Like, as natural as those images look, like I don't always dress dolled up or dolled down or whatever, so it was so much fun to like create my little story of searching for the hat behind those images, because now I'm gonna be like, oh wow, like that's a great picture, I love that outfit. But remember when I went to like three different places and was like, I need a hat?
It was great, right? That was a great
Mhm.
experience on your part, and I salute you for doing that. Really,
Ah.
I was like, I texted my partner. I was like, "Hey, do we own a hat here in the studio?" And he was like, "No, we got sunglasses, but we don't have any type of hat." So
Mhm.
that was great that you came through with it. And so after the black and white pictures, we went inside the studio B. Um, tell us what you felt on how being that you were wearing a bralette, as you said, and also Calvin Klein undies. What do you
Mhm.
feel like, what's going on behind your mind during that time?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's always, like I said, intimidating, because you're not walking down the street wearing a bralette and Calvin Klein undies only, and then the fact that there's a camera there just always kind of adds this extra element of being nervous, because it's capturing you in your most vulnerable state. Um, However, in that particular moment, in that particular room, I did not feel vulnerable. Like, I just felt very natural and relaxed. And I mean, I don't know, like, again, like, you have great communication and make it very comfortable as a photographer, and the environment is very comfortable as well. But I think it also takes a lot of training on your mindset, because like you're here because you're beautiful and you want to feel beautiful. Like, whether these pictures are for you or whether you're going to give them to like your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever significant other, or if you're going to just like keepsake them, or if they're for the gram, like whatever, you're there because like you took the step in this like amazing journey of self-love to capture yourself in a very, for lack of better words, vulnerable state, of not wearing a whole lot of clothes. But it just was so natural feeling and normal that I didn't feel like I had to question my motives or anything. And like, through your direction, I mean, we did one part where we were like literally up in the chandelier, and
Right.
in my head I'm like, okay, I'm in a chandelier, like this is something. But then you see the images and you're like, that is something. And looking at them now, I'm like, those are probably my most favorite like portraity type photos. It just looks so like fairy tale-esque. It's really incredible how that was conveyed.
Yeah. And noting that you basically were just wearing almost, I mean, no, almost nothing on top, right? You were
Mhm.
just covered with a sheer fabric, covering your chest area. So
Mhm.
how did you feel about doing that when we were kind of talking about the idea?
Yeah, again, I think you make it very comfortable when we discuss ideas and bounce things off of each other. But also, I really do believe that everything I do as a human should be through self love, and when that's even giving love to other people, you don't want to give when you can't receive. And I think self-love is like the hardest part of existing. And when it comes to just the physicality of it, you're like, well, like this is my body and this is me, like this is who I am. And there was no intent of anything other than self-love in that room. And through that sheet, to use literally just a sheet of
Right.
like piece of fabric to feel beautiful, that's like kind of insane. I mean, that's just like a little outrageous sounding, because self-love is such a hard journey. But then, nothing was showing, but things were almost showing, but still, like it was nothing more than just feeling like, okay, like I'm feeling myself, I'm beautiful, like this is my body, like it's just like it's a very mindset thing, because it's so much easier to be like, no, I don't want to do that, I don't feel comfortable within myself. But I
Right.
think sometimes when you like push yourself, that's the best way to have self growth happen.
Hmm.
And utilizing a sheet to have self growth, that's just one of those super simple things that I think really inspires me, and I hope that other people can have that experience to do so as well.
Yeah, and definitely, you could see yourself, right? So when we were shooting, you were seeing yourself, on the screen. How
Mm-hmm.
did that help you, being so that whenever I take a picture, you'll be able to see yourself in the screen, playing? I mean, I'm basically like playing back the photos for you. How did you feel about that?
Incredible. So, fun fact, Kim Kardashian, she refuses to do photo shoots if there's not a mirror there. Like, she has to see herself when people are taking her picture.
Oh,
So that's just fun
interesting.
fact. But then being
Interesting
able to,
fact.
yeah,
Right.
and being able to watch yourself is cool, because you can catch yourself doing something that you wouldn't really love.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm like, okay, yeah, no, we can see too many chins at that angle, like let's turn my head this way. And even though you don't ever really let that happen, but still, like it's a very like self thing. And then also like being able to see yourself, you kind of see, you get an idea of how you're going to look in the pictures. Like it's nothing like actually seeing them, but you're able to watch yourself in real time. And I think that really kind of helped me with my confidence in that moment, because I saw myself and I was like, oh, I don't look half bad right now. I'm like, girl, you went to 3 stores, you curled your hair, you did your makeup, like you're here, and this is you right there. Like this is you in real time, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And I think it really helped me, because it helped me see like what we were conveying in the moment.
Right. Yes. And so, do you think you would recommend going through this type of shoot, a boudoir shoot, for any type of woman? No matter what size they have, whatever, wherever they may be at in their times of their lives. Do you think you can recommend to have a shoot, a boudoir shoot, for any women? Do you? I mean, yeah, the question is, do you recommend having a boudoir shoot?
Yeah, I mean, that was something that I struggled with for a long time. Like I've been modeling and like in the entertainment industry forever, modeling for 6 years. And doing boudoir was something I always said no to. And I think it really was just it was just more so a self boundary, because I just never really thought I was good enough or felt like I was that kind of girl, because it does kind of have this stigma. But then at the end of the day, like there is no stigma. Like we said, we created a boudoir shoot using a jacket and like I felt amazing and I felt like me. Because I'm not prancing around in lingerie, let's be real. Like
Right.
we were able to make it very like connected to like what I see as me. But then
Mhm.
also when we went into Studio B and I was wearing a bralette, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is how I this is how I am. This is who I am. And again, like life is seriously a journey of self-love. And at the end of the day, like our physical body is all that we have. And like that's why we feed ourselves, that's why we shower ourselves. Like it's literally our existence, and it is so hard to love. And I think that putting yourself out there, no matter how uncomfortable it may be sometimes, as long as you're in a comfortable, secure environment, the rest is in your mind. The rest is your mindset. And if you can just at least fool yourself to accept yourself, no
Hmm.
matter where you are in life,
Yeah.
and you do it, at the end of the day, you'll be proud of yourself for challenging yourself. You're going to see the pictures and you're going to see how beautiful you are. And even like how maybe you look in someone else's eyes and like just feel so flattered. And, I think just like making it your own and like utilizing seeing your physical self
Uh-huh.
as an opportunity to learn more about self-love in the areas that you can explore. And I think doing a boudoir shoot is amazing for that purpose. I mean, anyone could take a picture of you at any time wearing whatever, but this is a very like, sexy type thing.
Right.
And it's not your typical say cheese photo shoot,
Say cheese.
right? So like, I mean, you can say cheese,
Yeah.
but maybe say cheese.
Yeah.
uh, so I think because it is so challenging and like it is so exciting, I think any woman, anyone should do it at any phase of their life. I mean,
Right.
I've seen boudoir shoots with like maternity, and I think
Right.
those are by far the most amazing, just because I mean, it's pregnancy. You're literally capturing a woman feel sexy with the life inside of her.
Right.
And like, I've seen women of all sizes, women of all, well, 18 and up, but like,
Yeah.
but like women of all ages. And it just like captures just the essence of the beauty that a woman beholds.
Hmm.
And it's just very like empowering for sure. And I love seeing girls push themselves. I think that's something that we all need to do. So if I can encourage any female to do it and like take that step,
Right.
I so encourage it.
Yeah. And yeah, we are definitely so happy that we were able to do this, and hearing your experience about shooting with us. And I know that you could have chosen to shoot with other people and go to another photographer. There are tons of photographers in LA, and you choosing us is just an honor for us to be able to help you in your journey.
Thank you. Thank you. No, I mean, I can definitely say the same. I mean, it's seriously like, I don't think any other photographer like studio would be able to offer the experience that I had. I think it's really not replicable, which makes it that much more special. And I would recommend to women to do a boudoir shoot, period. But like doing one with you and at the studio is number one, because again, you're comfortable, like you are here just for positivity. And I mean, it seriously was so much fun. Like if I could do it all the time, I think I would,
Yeah.
because it does force yourself to see yourself in a new light, and it's amazing. It really is.
Yes, definitely. I definitely had a great time as well. Shooting with you and coming up with a Pinterest mood board in a matter of 5 minutes.
No pressure,
That
but
was
let's shoot right now.
Yeah, that's like so quick. Like 5 minutes, I was able to come up with an idea on how we are able to. I mean, because I've shot with you for forever,
Mhm.
and we've done a lot of fashionist type of
Yeah.
shoot. And being this is the first time that we did this project, so I am just so thrilled that we were able to deliver to you incredible images. Or was it incredible anyway?
Oh my gosh. No, why are you asking? No, absolutely amazing. Like I cannot wait to like have it. There are some pictures, you see everything on the phone, everything's digital, but there are sometimes where I'm like, okay, I want to print out. Like I just want that to be
Yes.
tangible, you
Yes.
know? And
Yeah.
this is one of those that I saw a few that I was like, I just want to hold it. Like I want to
Yeah.
see it.
Definitely. And so yeah, so when you are ready to get them printed, just reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you get them printed. Yeah, we can talk about it offline, and we can have you and choose whatever photos you want to get printed. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So
Oh my
what I'm
God.
gonna do right now is I am going to upload them on my gallery, and then I'm gonna send you over the link, and you could choose whatever photos you wanted to get printed. All right.
Ah! Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Oh, this is great. I'm excited. I'm
Okay.
excited to see them and like stare.
Yeah. Same
Show them to
here.
mom,
Yeah.
show the folks back home.
Oh yeah, definitely. And yeah, if you can show it to your sister too, if she lives with you.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
She'd be so happy.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much once again, Maddie, for this opportunity to shoot with you. Um, Once again, if you have anything in your mind, feel free to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to accommodate it. And I wish you have a great weekend. All right.
Yes. Oh my
And
gosh. Thank
yeah,
you.
we'll talk to you soon. All right.
Yes.
All
I'll talk
right.
to you soon. Have a great
Okay.
weekend. Thank
You
you
too.
again.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.